Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Okay, so before we get started, everything I said in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's do this. Okay, so before I do the video, I got a couple of things I want to clear up on. Firstly, I think it was 2 nights ago, I deactivated Twitter. Now, like a fool as I am, I couldn't get back in. So when I was trying to get back in, I ended up getting into my old Twitter account, which I also got locked out of when I logged out. I don't know how I do it. I drip. Anyways, the reason I deactivated Twitter was I get a notification that someone's commented on something I posted. So I go and have a look. And the first thing I read is, I don't mean to be rude, but. Instantly, I'm sort of, but what? What are you betting about? Bet you've been speaking to Michelle Hogg. And I would rather you not. Okay, but that's not your choice to make. That is my choice to make. And the reason you're not allowed to speak with Mrs. Hogg is because of everything her husband did to people. Now, I'm going to say this once and only once. I was also targeted by this person you're talking about. Not once, but twice. The first time I was accused of being an addict. Accused of nodding out. Called Fiona from Shrek. The second time, I was told to get out of my wheelchair and walk. These are things I forget. But these are also not things I want to live on with for the entire existence of my being. I don't want to sit here thinking about what he did and said to and about me. Like, who wants to think every day about him saying, get out of that wheelchair and walk, you're lazy? I don't care to sit here day in, day out thinking about this man. If I choose to talk to anybody, that is on me. I do not need your consent. I do not need your permission. Neither will I ever need your permission. So thank you for your concern. Thank you for not being rude. I don't know how that worked for you, but I found it incredibly rude. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's hard lines. If I came to you and told you I don't like the fact you're following this person or you're talking to this person, who I choose to have a conversation with or whose Twitter I decide to comment on is my business. And if I decide I want to comment on his Twitter or his post, I don't need your permission. I don't need your consent. I'm a grown-ass woman. It really drives me nuts, the way people's attitudes are around here. Okay, moving on to the next thing I want to speak about, and I have a picture for this one. So I am going to share screen. Not being familiar with Molly, but you sound biased as hell. Commenting on her. It sounds like she's asking why warning signs were not taken more seriously now 3 innocent children are gone. On another note, you seem to be very hung up on donations. However, you have your own grifter reputation out here in the YouTube streets, tossing stones from a glass house. I find this rather amusing. Let's start with why I find this amusing. I'm not very familiar with Molly, but you sound biased as hell. Based on the topic that I was talking about and the reason I was talking about it, I can understand why you felt I was biased. It sounds like she was asking why warning signs were not taken more seriously. No. She told women if they didn't want children to keep their legs closed, so there wasn't more unwanted children in the world. She told people to stick a banana in it to prevent more children like this. This was said by Molly. Not my assumptions. Nothing. This was said by her. Hang up on donations? No. I'm hung up on them telling people they need money for one thing and then taking people's good hard-earned money and using it for whatever they feel like. That is called a scam. However, you have your own grifter reputation out here in the YouTube streets. That's new to me. That is seriously new to me. I've never heard that one before. Would you like to show me where you've seen this tour? Because I'm rather interested. I'm interested because the people who follow me, they know that I'm not grifting. I'm not monetized, and I doubt I ever will be. But I enjoy doing YouTube. If I put a PayPal up, I'll put it up twice in an hour, or even 2 hours. I'm not your grifting. I'm not your asking people for money. I'm not asking for donations to buy things that I need. I'm not. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here because YouTube is a distraction for me. So until you can bring me evidence of what you're claiming, just drop it, okay? Because you're talking out to your and that. So that's those 2 things cleared up. The other thing I want to talk about is the obsession with Katie Joy. Do you all live for trying to get Katie Joy off the platform? Because anytime anything's going on, if Katie Joy has put a toe in the water, just a toe, people are on it like a bad rash. Now Molly is out here scamming people, attacking mothers whose children have been taken away from them. And instead of talking about that, you're talking about how Katie and Molly are going to war. How Katie's done this to Molly Golightly. How Katie's done this to Justice for All. How Katie's doing this to LB. How about Molly is an absolutely disgusting excuse of a human being? How about putting Katie to one side for just a moment? And I would be extremely concerned of the amount that people are really sort of caught up in the Katie Joy getting her off her platform community. The anti-KJs. Boy, there's some nutters in our community. Try to look past Katie Joy. Even if you want to do it for one day. And look at the other players in this game. Is that really too hard to ask? Is it really that much of an issue to say this is not about Katie Joy? This is about 3 other people, 4 other people, possibly 5. When you've got Molly Golightly, Justice for All, LB, Letitia Bias, the father of Mavon. And then you've got Mavon himself and his son, and the 2 girls that he's been raising as his own. And nobody cares what they're putting out there that will be seen by these children. Nobody's thinking about what these children are going to see because it's all about Katie Joy. Shh, it's a secret. If you go into YouTube and you type in Molly Golightly, you get more things about Katie Joy than you do about Molly. Why? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Because it doesn't. It won't. Charlotte on the web, EKC. They're all out here defending Molly. When Molly is doing worse shit than Katie is right now. But Katie is the only person you can talk about, isn't it? Anyways, I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to go to bed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Are you an anti-KJ? Are you obsessed with KJ? I'll be interested to hear what you've got to say. Good night, all.